Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving deep into print on demand today.
POD.
POD, exactly.
Yeah,
Selling custom stuff, but without, dealing with all the inventory,
right, exactly.
which is a pretty sweet deal if you ask me. We've got this article here, and it's packed with info.
Yes, it's a good
So
one.
we're going to break it all down for you.
Yeah.
Like, ever thought about selling, I don't know, merch for, gamers who love baking?
Yeah. I mean, with POD, you totally can.
Exactly.
It's all about making those products only when someone orders, so you're not like stuck with boxes of, you know, World of Warcraft cookie cutters if they don't sell.
World of Warcraft cookie cutters. Oh my gosh, I need those. Okay, but seriously, this article talks about way more than just t-shirts.
Yeah, yeah.
We're talking mugs, phone cases, wall art, even custom stationery.
Pretty much anything you can think of.
It's mind-blowing.
It really is. And that's like one of the key things here, finding that niche.
Yeah.
The article really pushes like targeting a specific audience instead of trying to, please everybody.
Okay, so you've got your niche. What next? Well, the article lists 7 major platforms you can use. Printful, Printify.
Teespring or Spring now, I guess.
Oh, they changed it. I didn't know that.
Redbubble.
Zazzle, Society6, and Guten.
Yeah, those are the big ones.
That's a lot. How do you even choose?
Well, each platform has its strengths.
Right.
Like Printful is really good for beginners.
Oh, nice.
And their products are really high quality, which is like super important when you're just starting out. Plus, they connect easily with, sites like Shopify.
Shopify. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's a popular one.
What about Printify? What's their deal?
Printify is all about flexibility.
Okay.
They work with tons of different printing partners.
Oh, wow.
Which means they have a bigger range of products and prices.
So you've got options.
Tons of options. It's like having
Like a global printing squad at your fingertips.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm digging it. Wait, you mentioned Redbubble earlier. What is that again? I feel like I've heard of it, but...
So Redbubble is kind of
like an Etsy, but for print on demand.
Yeah, exactly. It has its own marketplace, so you don't need to build a separate website or anything.
Oh, that's convenient.
You just upload your designs, set your prices, and boom, you're good to go.
So no messing around with website stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super easy to get started, especially for, artists and stuff who just want to focus on the creative side.
Makes sense. We should dig into those other platforms too, right?
Definitely, yeah. So besides Shopify,
Which works with Printful, you said.
right, there's also Etsy, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce.
Okay, so many choices.
Yeah, and they all have their, pros and cons. It really just depends on what you're looking for and how tech savvy you are. Etsy's good for handmade stuff.
Right.
WooCommerce is really customizable, and BigCommerce is good for if you're, trying to grow really big.
So it's about finding the right fit. Okay, I'm getting it. So choose your platform, pick your e-commerce buddy, and then design. Tell me about the creative process.
Yeah, for sure. The article lays out 6 steps to setting up your POD shop.
6 steps.
The first is, like we talked about, finding your niche, but then comes the fun part, designing your products.
Yes.
So whether you're, a Photoshop master or you prefer to use Canva, you've got to create those designs. That'll really grab people's attention.
High resolution, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And the article mentions mock-ups. What are those exactly?
Oh, mock-ups are just realistic previews of what your product will look like.
Okay.
Imagine a digital photo shoot for your design, They help you show off your products in the best possible way.
So people can really see what they're getting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a good mock-up can make a huge difference in, getting those sales.
Okay, good design, check. Eye-catching mock-ups, check. What's next?
Next is choosing that e-commerce platform, which we just talked about.
Right.
And then comes the tech part, connecting your platform to your POD provider.
Oh boy, the tech part.
But don't worry, it's actually not that complicated.
Okay.
Those platforms have a really straightforward process for connecting everything.
So it's pretty much automated. The order comes in and then boom, it goes straight to the POD people and they handle all the printing and shipping and everything.
Exactly. It's like having a
silent partner taking care of all the boring stuff.
Yes.
Right.
Perfect. That frees you up to focus on, the creative stuff and building your brand.
I like the sound of that. Speaking of branding, step 5 is launching your store.
The big moment.
Time to unleash those designs on the world. But before you hit publish, the article says you got to make sure those product descriptions are, top-notch.
Oh, yeah, super pro.
Because no one's buying a plain white mug, right?
Definitely not.
So how do you write descriptions that, actually sell?
Well, you need to like paint a picture with words. Highlight those unique features and like really sell people on why they need this product in their life. And don't forget about keywords.
Keywords.
Yeah, think about what people might type into Google when they're looking for something like your product. If it's like a funny cat mug, use words like cat mug, funny gifts, that kind of thing.
Right, so it's like SEO.
Exactly. It helps people find your products online.
Okay, SEO, got it.
Yeah.
What's the final step?
Last but not least, promotion.
Okay.
You've got your store, your products, your awesome descriptions. Now you got to tell the world about it.
Shout it from the rooftops.
Exactly. The article mentions a bunch of different strategies: social media, paid ads, influencer collabs.
Whoa, that's a lot.
It can feel a bit overwhelming, but you don't have to do everything at once.
Right, just pick what feels right.
Yeah. And what makes sense for your audience? Like if you're targeting younger folks, you might want to focus on like TikTok or Instagram.
Oh, yeah, good point.
It's all about meeting your customers where they are.
Makes sense. So we've covered choosing a platform, designing products, setting up shop, and even a little bit of marketing.
We've made good progress.
But the big question is, can you actually make money doing this?
Let's talk about earning potential.
Yes, let's talk money. Hit me with the details.
So, like any business, success depends on a lot of things.
Of course.
But the article breaks down the pricing structure in a way that's like really easy to understand.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's say I've designed this amazing Shakespeare-themed cat t-shirt, right?
That.
And it's ready to take over the internet. How much can I actually make from that?
Okay, so let's say your base cost per shirt from the POD provider is like $12.
Okay, $12 to make it.
And you sell it in your store for $25. That gives you a profit margin of $13 per shirt.
Okay, not bad.
Now imagine you sell 200 of those shirts in a month.
200 shirts.
That's a profit of $2,600.
Whoa, okay. That's actually,
It's not bad, right?
that's pretty impressive. But I'm guessing it's not always that straightforward, right?
You're right. There's definitely more to it than that.
So what are some of the things that can, affect those earnings?
Well, for starters, the product you choose makes a big difference.
Okay.
Unique, high-quality items usually sell better and for a higher price.
Right, so if my Shakespeare cat shirt is like super soft organic cotton and has like this limited edition design.
People are going to pay more for that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And speaking of design, that's another huge factor.
Okay.
It needs to be, eye-catching, relevant to your audience, and printed really well.
So no blurry cat memes allowed.
Exactly.
Got it. What else?
Marketing, marketing, marketing. You can have the greatest product in the world, but if no one knows about it...
It's not going to sell.
Exactly. So all those marketing strategies we talked about earlier.
Right, the social media, the ads, the influencers.
They're super important for getting your brand out there and connecting with customers.
Okay, yeah, that's starting to make a lot of sense.
And lastly, don't forget about trends.
Trend.
Yeah, like, seasonal events or even like pop culture moments.
Okay.
Being able to like jump on those trends quickly can be a huge advantage for POD businesses.
So if like a new Shakespeare meme goes viral.
You can have a t-shirt design ready to go like the next day.
Whoa, that's smart.
It's all about being in the right place at the right time,
Yeah, okay, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
This is a lot more than just like a quick money scheme.
Oh, yeah.
There's like actual strategy involved and creativity, and you got to put in the work.
Definitely.
But it's also really exciting. You're building something, expressing your creativity, connecting with people who share your passions.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
about finding that sweet spot where your skills and your interests meet the needs of the market.
And with all these platforms and tools and strategy,
It feels like the possibilities are endless, right?
it really does. But before we get too carried away dreaming about, Shakespearean cat empires,
Yay.
let's talk about some of the challenges. Because no business is all sunshine and rainbows, right?
Definitely not. And the article actually goes into some of those challenges in detail.
Okay, I'm ready. Lay it on me. What kind of obstacles are we talking about here?
Well, for starters, competition.
Oh, yeah, I bet that's a big one.
It is.
Everyone and their cat seems to be starting an online business these days.
It's true. So figuring out how to stand out from the crowd is like super important.
Okay, so competition. That's challenge number one. Bring on the rest.
Competition. Yeah, that's definitely a big one.
So how do you, stand out when everyone and their cat is selling stuff online?
Well, the article, it really stresses like two things: niche focus
Okay.
and strong branding. So instead of trying to be, everything to everyone, you really want to hone in on that specific audience and build a brand that like really speaks to them.
Right. So if I'm all about those, Shakespeare-loving cat people,
Yeah.
my whole brand, like my designs, my colors, everything, it should like scream that.
Exactly. It's all about creating that consistent, cohesive identity. But you also asked about quality.
Oh, right. Because I'm not like actually printing this stuff myself.
Right.
So how can I be sure that, the products are actually good,
Yeah.
that they live up to my brand,
The article has some good advice for that. Order samples.
Samples, okay.
Yeah, before you like launch anything, get a few samples of your products
Okay.
from different providers,
Sure.
check the quality, the material, how it feels, all that stuff. You want to be totally happy with it before you start selling it to, actual customers.
Yeah, totally. It's like a test run for my Shakespearean cat merch.
Exactly.
I'd hate for people to get like crappy shirts and then leave bad reviews,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Speaking of bad reviews, what about shipping times?
Yeah.
So POD can be like kind of slow.
Yeah, shipping is definitely something to be mindful of, especially with, everyone expecting things like right away these days.
Right. Instant gratification.
Exactly. But the article basically says just be transparent.
Okay.
Don't try to like hide the fact that it might take a little longer.
Right.
Just be upfront about the delivery times, set those expectations from the start.
So no promising overnight delivery on like a custom cat tote bag.
Probably not the best idea, no.
Got it. Okay, so if shipping's a bit slower,
Yeah.
and I'm like really focusing on quality products and, those unique designs,
Right.
does that mean I can like charge more? How do I balance all that with profit margins and stuff?
That's the big question, right? The article gives like a couple of suggestions.
Okay, let's hear 'em.
One is to like really focus on those premium designs and products.
Okay.
If your stuff is like truly unique and high quality and it's, aimed at a niche audience,
Yeah.
people are often willing to pay more for that,
Okay, so going back to that like organic cotton t-shirt example,
Yeah,
people who are like really into sustainability,
Yeah.
they'll pay a little extra for that.
exactly. And then another tactic is bundling. Yeah, like offering discounts when people buy, multiple items
Okay.
or creating sets of products that like go together.
Oh, I like that.
So, instead of just a Hamlet for Hamsters t-shirt,
Right.
you offer the t-shirt and like a matching tote bag at a discount.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it can help boost those sales.
Awesome. Okay, we've talked about like the challenges of competition, quality, shipping times, and even profit margins.
Right.
But I want to go back to marketing for a second
Yeah.
because we kind of touched on it earlier.
It did.
But I think it deserves like a deeper dive.
Definitely.
There's so much to it.
Yeah.
So where do you even begin with marketing, like POD business? What are the first steps?
One thing that a lot of people new to POD kind of overlook is SEO,
SEO.
search engine optimization.
Oh, right. Getting those Google rankings.
Exactly. It's all about making sure that your products actually show up in search results when people are looking for, something specific.
So it's like making sure my shop has like a prime location on the internet,
It's a great way to put it.
But how do you actually do SEO? Like, where do you even start?
It can seem a bit technical,
It does.
but the basic idea is like, think about what words people would use to search for your products.
Okay.
So if you're selling those literary cat mugs,
Yeah.
you want to make sure that your product titles and your descriptions include those keywords like cat mug, literary gifts, Shakespeare,
Right.
That kind of thing. You're basically telling Google, hey, this is what I have. This is what people are looking for.
So it's not just about having like a catchy product title. It's about those strategic keywords.
Exactly. And once you've got SEO down,
Yeah.
you can start exploring other things like social media.
So media. Oh, yeah.
Which is like huge for POD,
Yeah.
especially, it's all about visuals. Instagram, Pinterest, even TikTok. They're all great for showing off your designs and like building that, community around your brand.
So all those like eye-catching mock-ups we talked about earlier,
Yeah,
they'd be perfect for social media.
exactly. It's all about like grabbing people's attention as they're scrolling through their feed.
Okay, social media. Got it.
Yeah.
What about paid advertising? Is that like worth it for POD?
Paid ads can be really effective,
Okay.
especially if you use them strategically.
Yep.
Platforms like Facebook and Instagram, they let you target your ads really specifically
Okay.
based on demographics, interests, all sorts of stuff.
So I could create an ad that specifically targets people who love cats, Shakespeare, and, I don't know, gardening.
Exactly. You can get super specific with your targeting, which means you're not like wasting money showing your ads to people who aren't interested.
Right. So you're not like showing cat mugs to dog people.
Exactly. And speaking of targeting,
Yeah.
the article also mentions influencer marketing.
Oh, right. Working with those like social media stars.
Yeah, the ones with big followings in your niche.
But how do you even like find those influencers? And how do you know if it's, worth the money?
Well, the key is to find influencers who, like, their audience really aligns with your target market.
Okay.
Look for people who are genuinely passionate about the same things you are and who have a, strong, engaged following.
So it's not just about the number of followers they have.
No, not necessarily.
It's about like the quality of those followers.
Exactly. And sometimes working with like smaller influencers, the, what they call micro-influencers,
Okay.
can actually be more effective.
Really?
Yeah, and more affordable too.
Oh, that's good to know.
And they often have a like more dedicated, niche following.
So if I can find like a bookstagrammer who's also obsessed with cats and writes really funny captions.
You've hit the jackpot.
Okay, wow. We've covered like SEO, social media, paid ads, influencers.
A lot of marketing. That's a lot of marketing. But I'm starting to see how it all like fits together.
Yeah.
It's not just about, randomly posting stuff online or throwing money at ads. It's about having a strategy.
Definitely.
And understanding how each piece can like help you reach the right people.
It's about building a cohesive marketing system that works together to like drive traffic to your store and turn those visitors into, paying customers.
Okay, that makes sense. Speaking of customers, let's talk about like the long game.
Yeah.
Building a POD business that's sustainable, that goes beyond like a couple viral hits or seasonal trends.
So long-term success.
Right.
What does that look like?
The article talks about 3 main strategies.
Okay.
Expanding your product line, building a strong brand, and using those analytics to your advantage.
Okay, let's break those down.
So expanding your product line, yeah, that's basically, offering more stuff.
Right, more Shakespearean cat goodies.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then there's the branding piece. Branding, yeah. We keep coming back to that. And it seems like it's like a pretty big deal.
It really is. It's about like more than just a logo or a color scheme.
Okay.
It's about creating a whole personality for your business. Like, what are your, core values? What's the story you want to tell? What kind of feeling are you trying to, like, evoke in your customer?
So if my brand is all about, like, those quirky, bookish cat lovers,
Right.
my designs, my product descriptions, even my, like, social media posts, they should all kind of, like, reflect that personality.
Exactly. It's about creating that cohesive experience that, really speaks to your audience.
So it's all connected.
Yeah, and a strong brand, it helps you stand out from the competition and build that, customer loyalty.
Okay, I'm seeing the bigger picture here. It's not just a marketing thing. It's like the foundation of the whole business.
Exactly.
But what about analytics? Where does that fit in?
Analytics are all about understanding, how your business is actually performing. They give you those insights into what's working, what's not, and where you can, make some improvements.
So instead of just like guessing what customers might like, I can look at the data and see, what's actually selling, what marketing's working.
Yeah, exactly. It's about using data to make those informed decisions, and really optimize your business.
Okay, this is all starting to feel very strategic.
It is. It's not just about having a good idea and like slapping it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it.
Yeah, there's market research, branding, marketing strategy, constantly analyzing and, tweaking things.
Looks for process.
But it's a cool process.
It is. Yeah.
Wow, this has been like a really insightful deep dive into the world of POD. We've covered so much.
We have.
From the basics to the challenges to, those long-term strategies.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. I'm feeling inspired and a little overwhelmed, but in a good way.
That's good. That's a good feeling.
Any final words of wisdom for those, aspiring POD entrepreneurs out there?
Yeah. Just, embrace your creativity. Don't be afraid to experiment. And remember to have fun. Building a business, it should be a rewarding experience, even with all the challenges and stuff.
That's great advice. Well, we've only scratched the surface today, but hopefully this deep dive has, giving you a good starting point
Yeah, good foundation.
to start exploring this whole POD world.
And don't forget to check out the full article for, more details and resources.
We'll include the link in the show notes.
Yeah, for sure.
And if this deep dive has, ignited your entrepreneurial spirit,
Yeah.
let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for joining us on this POD adventure.
Until next time.
Happy designing, everyone.